everyone.
Hey, friends.
Welcome to Spiced Chaos, the podcast about planners and all kinds of other random stuff.
Yes.
Yes, over there in Portland is Caitlin from Creating in Chaos.
Yes, and all the way over there, hopefully not getting a tropical storm in North Carolina, is Leanne from SpicedPlans.
That's me. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope that your Monday is going great so far, and I hope that you had a great weekend. Caitlin, how was your weekend?
Oh, my weekend. I feel like it was super low-key this last weekend. It was just pretty chill. We're recording this, I guess, before the upcoming weekend. So I've got some plans coming up, but we'll talk about those a little bit later. How was yours?
My weekend was really, really relaxed. I love a nice relaxed weekend. We definitely had a baseball game. But we kind of always have a baseball game. And
Right.
yeah. And other than that, oh yeah, we had the guinea pig. That's right. We
Ooh,
babysat Peppermint all weekend long. And
so fun.
yeah, we kind of love her. She's super awesome. You know how you were warning me that Delilah was allergic to the guinea pig when she brought her home from school and all that kind of stuff. But
Yes.
no, it went really, really well. We totally enjoyed keeping the guinea pig, and there will be more on that in just a little while coming up on
So
Spiced
exciting.
Chaos. Guinea pig news. Maybe we can have like guinea pig corner on Spiced Chaos.
Ah.
Hashtag guinea pig life.
That's
Yeah.
right. We have a new mascot. That's all I'll
That's
say.
that's right. We sure do. So, but anyway, yeah, it was a really good weekend. The guinea pig was super easy. So, yeah, that was not hard. And you had me like all worried that she was going to be difficult and that we were going to hate it, and I was going to be like, I can't believe I did this. And
Well, maybe I'm
then
just too high maintenance. I just don't like the smell. Like I didn't like the rodent smell, and then Delilah was like hacking and sneezing, and I was like, "Great, this is cool."
no, nobody was sneezing, and we couldn't smell her at all. Like
Oh,
I
good,
couldn't. No, she did not stink.
good.
So anyway,
Ours
no, it was
smelled
a
like
great
feet.
weekend. Yeah. So well, I'm glad that you had a good weekend. I hope that everybody
Yeah.
else out there did too.
Yeah.
Um, so have you bought anything lately? Because I feel like that you will not get off of my text messages. You guys, you don't understand.
Oh
Okay,
my
Caitlin
God. I got a
likes to,
problem.
yeah, well, Caitlin likes to text me like after I've already gone to sleep at night to be
That's
like,
because we're different time zones.
she's like, okay, so it'll be midnight and I'll be sound asleep. And I wake up in the morning at 5 a.m. and I've gotten 12 text messages from Caitlin about all of the things that's come in the mail for her that day. And she's
Yes.
like, well, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this. And I'm just like, oh my God. And then I feel so bad that I didn't respond to her text messages. But that's because when she sent those messages, it was a normal time for her, but it was a sleepy time for me.
That's right.
So, we're still kind of, I don't want to say that our friendship is still blossoming, but we're still getting used to our time zone differences. So,
That's right. We're
yeah.
in the hangout phase. We haven't quite gone steady yet.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think that we're pretty much married, Caitlin.
Oh, snap. Well, you know what happens when you marry me. You gotta get a big old ring for me.
Well, don't you have your ring tattooed?
Too, but I also rock the diamond on top of that.
Well, yeah, I have a pretty nice diamond myself, but the one that I'm rocking right now, I got when we had our 10-year anniversary. So, yeah, I'm not even rocking the one that he gave me when we got engaged. So we've
I
actually
feel like I need to
graduated.
graduate. I need to graduate too.
But you're only at 9 years, so you've got to get to that, you've got to get
I
one
got,
more year in.
I gotta not kill him for this next year,
You've
okay?
got one more year, and then you can graduate to the spiced plan size diamond.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
But
tell
yes.
us about your haul. Let's hear about all this stuff that you've hauled.
Okay, so you guys, first of all, let me just talk to you about Joanne, your
Joanne, girl.
right? Yeah, they're weird shipping. Like, what the heck? Okay, so I think it's like in order to get you your products the fastest, but there's not an option to ship everything together. So they send you like one or two things at a time. So for the last week, my order has been like trickling in. And so I'm like waiting and waiting and waiting because, of course, I save everything and film it for all of you guys over on YouTube. Shameless plug, the haul video is up on the Creating in Chaos YouTube channel. So if you want to check it out there, you can. But I got, okay, so here's the things that I got, and I hope I don't forget anything. I got a skinny planner. I got a
Mm-hmm.
skinny planner. Oh, I love it. I'm kind
I
of
got
obsessed.
one too. Can I haul like right along with you? Like,
Yes.
so
Do
everything that you
you
say,
love
I'm
it?
gonna be like, me too. I got that too.
Do
I
you
have
love
one
it? Do
too.
you love the skinny planner though? Are you obsessed?
Um, huh. I don't know. Let's talk about that after your haul. We'll have
Okay,
like a
sounds
little
good.
skinny planner conversation after your haul.
Cool. Let's
Okay.
do that. Okay,
Yeah.
then next I got the Christmas extension pack.
Mm-hmm. Now that I love.
Yes, I really like it. And
Love.
did you get the one from last year too?
Mm-mm. No, I didn't because I really didn't like. Last year I took the holidays off from all things planning.
Got it.
So I didn't do any Christmassy spreads in my planner. I actually kind of quit like right around Thanksgiving.
Got it. That makes sense.
But this year I'm going to go like balls to the wall Christmas, like all
Yes.
over my planner. So I'm going to do like a Christmas planner and I'm going to get out my Snow Dots deluxe cover that I got. Ooh, I have kind of a haul too. So
Oh,
maybe we'll
pretty.
just like call
All
this
together.
haul hour.
Whole hour. And you know we'll have one like every week or every other week because
Yeah, when do
Mandy
we
keeps
not?
putting out this crap. I love it.
When do we not shop?
I know. Okay, so Christmas extension pack, but I like it the one that they put out this year so much better than the one they put out last year. They've updated it and I like it a lot better. So I
It's
got
so
actually got two
pretty.
of those.
Two.
Two of them because I have the hashtag FOMO of running out. So I need one for
Oh.
this year and at least for next year.
So you're
So
gonna have another one next year, Caitlin.
you don't know that. You don't know what they're gonna do.
Okay, all
Okay.
right.
And then I got the Happy Hostess, the excuse me, the recipe sheets, the half sheets.
Oh,
And then
cute.
and then I also got the Happy Hostess party planning sheets, and I got 4 packs of those.
Do you plan parties?
Yeah, remember I do it big for birthdays.
Okay, well, you have like two birthday parties a year. Is that like
And
enough for four
mine.
packs?
And mine.
Oh, and yours. So you need at least four packs for your own birthday party.
I know, right? Like we do birthday week for mama, okay? We do birthday
Oh,
week for me.
okay. All right. Excuse.
And then okay, so sticker books, I got the monthly colorful boxes. Love, obsessed.
Oh, wait, I have that one too. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
'cause you got a
Took me a
monthly
minute.
plan.
I was like, colorful boxes. What is that?
And then I got the girl boss or boss babe with the social media
Oh,
stuff in it. I really like it.
yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
You
And
know,
then
I saw that one in Joanne and I was like, nope, not
I
for
got
me.
I got Happy Hostess, the classic size.
Oh,
Super,
I don't have that one yet. I really
it's
want
very
that
cute.
one.
Although, okay, so it's cute, but I feel like okay, I got that one and the new food one, and I feel like I really only needed one of those because they're pretty similar.
Are
So,
they?
yeah, I think they have a
Does
lot of similar things.
does the food one have those florals?
It kind of does, like it has some of those cutting boards with the florals in it and stuff.
Okay, all right. So
So it
maybe
does.
I'll just get Happy Hostess and not get the food.
Yeah, there is some
Okay.
like menu planning and stuff. So someone like Kita might need it because she does all the menu planning. But for us regular folks who like barely barely scrape together dinner, we probably don't
Mm-hmm.
need all that. And then I
Yeah.
also got the Christmas Joy in mini.
Ooh, okay. And do you have the classic size Christmas?
Yes, I got the classic size Christmas this year, and I was one of the 5 people who ended up purchasing the Christmas one from last year.
So it was you and Heather Kell and Stephanie Fleming are the
Yeah,
only people that
exactly.
have that. Okay.
Actually, that's not true.
Awesome.
It has been on the shelves at Walmart. I've seen people posting it in the Facebook groups, the
Shut
OG one.
up.
Yeah,
That
so
is
now
crazy.
so now you're gonna have to go to Walmart. You're welcome.
No, I'm not going to do that. Um, wow. Okay. So is that it or is there more?
There's a little more. And then I
Okay.
also got the notebook box kit, the fitness one.
Ooh, what's in that?
Basically everything. It reminds me so much of the Joann's box kit that they put out last year, except it's like all fitness stuff and like believe in yourself, and it's like the colors of the wellness planner.
Uh-huh.
So, and it has like a notebook, and it has some washi. It has like a little notepad. It has half sheets and fill paper and some accessories, like literally everything in that box kit.
Well, that means you're going to have to actually work out.
Yeah, I might do yoga. Does that count?
You can't just wear a hoodie when it's hot and then call
Yeah,
that a workout.
my yoga pants have never been to yoga. They enjoy the couch a lot more.
So, like, does it count if you just lay in your bed and, like, lift your leg a few times? Does that count? Like,
I think so. I mean, it's
yeah.
stretching me. I feel a little stretch.
Stretches. Yeah, okay. So, well, I have a treadmill, but I don't really have any tennis shoes. So, can I walk on my treadmill in my
Bare
boots?
feet. You can walk in your bare feet.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
And then
So,
the last thing I got was the half sheet notebook with the florals. I think they put that out last year, but I just can't deal with a wrong cover. Like, it's cute, but it's just not my style.
okay, you were talking about that, but I don't know which one that is.
It's like black and white florals. I kind of feel like it went with vintage botanicals, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, now I know which one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
black and
Okay.
white florals on the cover. And
Okay.
because all my things are like black and white and pastel right now, like I feel a little matchy.
Okay, so you mean like kind of Teresa Collins?
Kind of, but also there's some purple in there. Like not
Okay.
just black, white, and pink.
Okay, okay. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, black, white, and pink. That's
Yeah.
the Spiced Chaos colors.
I know, right? We do have some peach
Yeah.
in there though too.
Oh yeah, a little peach.
A little peach.
Okay, a little peach. So yeah, about the skinny planner.
Yes.
Um, yeah, so I bought a skinny planner. I got the purple one.
Twinning.
Twinning, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it. More than likely, by the time we start our Patreon for Spice Chaos, I'll be
Whoop,
like
whoop.
shipping that stuff off to our patrons because I am sometime before the end of 2019 going to be destashing my entire planner room.
Oh.
And I'm going to just make little piles of stuff to like send to the patrons because I like legitimately have way too much stuff that I can't use and I just don't love it.
Yeah.
And it's just because I just don't know what I'm going to put in it. Now, I ordered myself a Print Pressions like kind of Fauxbonichi planner.
Yep. Because you're in all the planner beds. We already know.
Yes, I know. I slide in and out of everybody's bed. I just wanted to see, first of all, the Hobonichi Weeks is such a cute size. But I don't like their paper. So, and you're going to hear this week on Hello Happy, we have a long conversation about the Hobonichi Weeks paper. So I don't want to go like too in depth about that because I don't want to like beat the dead horse. Like Hobonichi, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like say anything bad. I just feel like that paper is a little bit thinner than what I'm comfortable with because I feel like I make enough mistakes with my stickers that if I have to pull a sticker up, that I'm going to rip that paper. So the Print Pressions, I think, is a little bit thicker. And Dana of Magical Plans has one, and she does a really good job every week, like kind of bujoing in it. But I like went crazy with buying kits and stickers for it. And I'm really excited about putting it together. And by this weekend, all of it should have arrived. So I'm going to put together my Print Pressions and start taking pictures of that. And I'm going to see how that feels for like just a planner for my top priorities.
Ooh, I kind of feel like I'm doing something similar with the skinny planner. I'm gonna rip out like the weeks, the days and the weeks, and I'm just gonna use that like vertical monthly, and then I'm gonna pop some daily sheets in there, like some hourly things for really busy days, and then some lists. So she's just gonna go in my purse with some lists and some reminders. So that's what I'm doing with it.
So she's only gonna leave the house like once a month?
That's right. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
I know. I need to actually start leaving more because I'm noticing that like because I'm an anxious person, like I'm like starting to get more anxiety around like social situations and like I don't know. I feel like for people with like mental health stuff or like brain health stuff, especially anxiety and depression, you can get really comfortable in like your routines and like
Yeah.
then start like avoiding those things. And so I'm noticing I'm doing some of those things. So I think she might get out of the house a little bit more.
Like, you know what you should do? You should just force yourself to go to the grocery store
Yes, I should. Although
instead of ordering
uh,
from Instacart.
I love
Make yourself
Instacart
go.
so much.
I know. Okay, so the other night I really 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 wanted some chocolate. And what I wanted was for someone in my home, Andy, to just be like, "I love you, wife, and I married you and committed to making you happy for the rest of our days. So I'm going to get in this car and go and get you some chocolate."
No,
But he
they
didn't
don't
offer
touch
to
that.
do that. So I started like putting stuff in the Instacart thinking, well, we need these things. Like, we need $15 worth of paper towels. Like I was trying to get the Instacart to $35 so that they would deliver me some chocolate,
Yes.
within an hour.
That's right. Actually, it's 35, isn't it? 35?
$35, yes.
Yeah.
Um, well, so I was putting a bunch of stuff in there that we didn't necessarily really need.
Yeah.
And then it said that delivery was going to be in 2 hours. Like, there was no 1 hour delivery.
Oh,
And I was
no.
like, I can't wait 2 hours. By then I'll be sound asleep. Like, this is crazy. So I just put on my shoes and got in the car and drove to Food Lion. Do you know Food
Oh,
Lion?
I have no idea what Food Lion is.
It's a grocery store.
It sounds like
And
a weird zoo animal.
the Food Lion. Um, so I put on my shoes. I did not put on my bra. Okay.
Oh, were they blue suede shoes?
I put on my blue suede shoes.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm goofy today.
no, I just put on like some flip flops.
Oh,
I
perfect.
mean, just like I just threw on my flip flops and my cardigan,
Oh,
and I was like,
and no
fine.
bra? That's brave.
No, I was like, I don't even care. The Food Lion, the grocery store, is in our neighborhood. So
Sweet.
sometimes I feel like I'm kind of still at home because I haven't actually left the neighborhood where I live when I
Right.
go there.
Just like
So
going for
it's,
a walk around the block.
yeah, I can walk there. I don't actually have to get in the car. I could walk there and not even use the car. And
Mm-hmm.
when I used to be in college and I would go places on campus,
Mm-hmm.
I often felt like I live here. This is
Yeah,
my
I totally
home.
get it. Yes, I know that feeling.
I can wear these old ratty jammy pants because this is my home. I don't have to be dressed to go to this class because this is my home.
Don't judge
Um,
me. You're in my home.
yeah, I live here, so stop it. So when I go to the Food Lion, I often look really homeless
I
because I
can't.
because I feel like I live here. So
You
other
leave.
people that don't live in the neighborhood need to put their bra and their shoes on properly, but I do not. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So I went and got the chocolate, but that would have been a time when I would have needed to I did bring my purse with me. Like, I did have I mean, I had to have my wallet, my keys, and all the things. So my to go planner would have been with me,
Right.
So there
Yes.
you go. Every
There
once in a
you
while
go.
you have to leave the house. And sometimes it's nice just to go to Target and just walk around.
Yes. And sometimes when you're bored at your kids' appointments and you just want to start making lists about making lists and things, then you have a
Yeah.
planner to do that in.
Or maybe you just want to doodle.
Right. Well, I don't doodle. I'm not a doodler. I'm not an
well,
art. I'm a writer. I'm not a doodler. That's
well,
always
maybe
been
you
my
just
thing.
want to write a poem. I don't know, but
Yeah,
you
maybe.
just
I'll send it to you.
need a piece of paper or something. You were going to write your haiku. So,
And then I'll send it over to you and
and then
you can
send it
creatively write and grade me.
then send it to me. So anyway, well, my haul that I recently got, I put it up in my stories, and I don't think I've mentioned it on Spiced Chaos because the last two episodes we've had guests.
Right. I know.
It's been so long since it's just been us. Oh my gosh, how you been, girl? I
I
missed
feel like we're
you.
on a date a little bit.
I know, it's so intimate, just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
I know we can make it if we try.
That's
We
right.
can. How about Renee and Julie though? Let's give it up.
Oh, snap.
Just a
Yes. I'm going
little
to do my
snaps.
poetry snaps. Yes.
Snaps. Yes. They were fantastic guests, weren't they?
Oh, amazing. And how about
Yeah.
Heather before that? Like, I cannot believe
Yeah.
that we got to talk to the Heather Kell. Like,
Well, we have really, I mean, seriously, we have really had the best run of guests. And I don't want to tell our listeners who we have coming up like in the next couple months or
right.
like
We
our
want to scare them
next
away either.
like our next run of guests, but we definitely have some cool folks lined up. So it's not always going to be just the two of us.
That's right.
But today it is. So, but anyway, I did kind of go a little bit crazy when Happy Planner decided to give us free deluxe covers. So I bought 4
Oh,
planners and got 4 deluxe covers, and one of my deluxe covers is the snow dots, the white one with the like the little.
that one is cute.
It's so cute, and I cannot wait to make that my Christmas planner.
Oh, you're going to go all white in Christmas. You're not
It's
going to go all red and green.
okay. So inside, my discs are going to be red and green.
Oh, well, let's hope that your planners get here before Christmas because I heard that Zulily order will take a while.
Yeah, so listeners that haven't been in any of our lives, because Caitlin and I
Yes.
have definitely talked about this in some of our Instagram lives.
Right.
We placed an order, both of us, on Zulily.
She was an enabler. She did it first. I blame Leanne.
Okay, so it was my fault. Whatever. So Zulily is a discount website, if you aren't familiar, and they've been having Happy Planner stuff, and that Target student planner that had those beautiful bright metal discs has
So
been
pretty.
on sale on Zulily for $7.99.
Right,
So,
like you cannot beat that.
right, you cannot beat that price. So I already had one with that beautiful set of discs. So I might have ordered 8 additional copies of that planner so that I could have 8 additional sets of those discs so that I could have 9 of each of those discs, because I wanted 9 green metal discs so that I could have a full classic set of those discs. And I have no regrets. I don't care.
Right.
Like,
No
if you
regrets.
guys, if you guys want to like turn off the show and stop listening, please don't. I mean, don't be judgy. I mean, seriously, it's just I am a happy planner and I love the discs, and I cannot wait to make my Christmas planner with metal red and green discs, and then
So
put them in that snow dots, that beautiful snow dots deluxe cover, and then put the Christmas extension in there and just barf Christmas all over that thing. Like, I cannot wait. I mean, I may even string some lights in there. I don't know what I'm going to do. But it's going to look like Christmas exploded in there. And then we are going to be holly jolly all over. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to wait until December to do it. I may start that like in November.
Yeah, I'm going to start mine early too because, I mean, if you're a social media person, Christmas actually starts in October. So I'm technically late right now because everybody else is already posting their Christmas.
We're late. Like, Zulily needs to get it together. Like, I check every day. Yeah, I check every single day, like, to see if they've shipped, and I have not heard anything yet. So
same. And I'm like, where are my 7 planners? Like, where are they?
So, and in my defense, I'm going to re-disc all of those planners with the discs that I have at home, and I'm going to give those planners to my students. I'm not going to throw away the planners. I'm not going to hoard them or anything. I'm going to give the student planners to my kids at school so that they will have happy planners.
And mine will all go to my patrons. So they all get happy mail from me if they're on the $5 tier. So
so they will all go to a good cause. So we do have a new mascot here. Yes. So we'll call this section of the show Guinea Pig Corner.
Love it. Yes.
And I'll just let everybody know that after the Spicer family kept Peppermint over the weekend, we immediately ran out and got our own guinea pig as a member of our family. So we have a
Oh.
new family member, and her name, her full name, according to my children, is Gingerbread Rose Spicer.
Oh, that's cute.
And she is freaking amazing.
She's
Okay.
adorable. She's so stinking cute. I've gotten to see pictures of my new niece.
Yes, she is. You are like her special auntie. And she
Should
is
you
a
die in a fiery crash, I will accept
yes.
custody.
Yes, you have I will have her shipped immediately to Portland. Um
That's
but she is so awesome. And I have actually made her into kind of a class pet too at my high school. Um, and I did some research ahead of time to see if it was even a thing, like for high school teachers to have a class pet,
hmm
because apparently elementary school kids should not get to have all the fun.
exactly. I totally agree.
And I have learned that it's actually super good for high school kids for their teachers to have pets in their classrooms.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I will share some of the research with you now. So basically, when a high school teacher brings a pet into the classroom, and we're not talking about like some kind of crazy thing like a high school teacher getting a puppy or something. I mean, this is
Right.
seriously like they get a bearded dragon or they get a,
Guinea
a
pig.
hamster or a guinea pig or something that can live, in a cage.
hmm
Now, this guinea pig lives in my home. She will not be living at my school. She will never spend the night at school. She will always
Yeah.
come home with me in the evening. She has a little carrier that she comes to and from school in.
Oh, that's so cute.
And it's very comfy. She's very comfy in her carrier. So it's got like bedding and everything in it. Like she's fine in there. If anyone wants to see a picture of her bedding and her comfy little carrier, just to like verify that I'm treating her well, trust me, this guinea pig is spoiled rotten. Um, so anyway, for one thing, it bonds the teacher and the students.
That's
And
cool.
I have already learned in the first 2 days of having her in my class that this is absolutely true. Because there
hmm
are students in my classes that have never actually spoken to me, that have come up to me and started conversations because they've wanted to meet the guinea pig.
Oh, I love
Yes.
that.
Yes. So it's totally working. So students that are timid or not interested in having a relationship with their teacher, they are bonded. Often they are more bonded with their teacher because of the presence of the pet. Um,
Oh.
Everyone just seems to be like, cheered up by the presence of an animal. They feel more at home because so many of them have pets at home. So
hmm
when there's a pet in the classroom, they feel more like they're at home in your room, which then makes them produce better work because they feel
Yeah.
like they're at home. It also creates a unified feeling amongst the students in your room because they all kind of take ownership of the animal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so they all kind of feel like a camaraderie, like this is our pet.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yes. And the distraction, which is a question that people, ask, like, are they not distracted by the pet? The
hmm
distraction lasts about 2 days.
Yeah.
And then they get used to the presence of the pet. And then they just can, they get used to it. And then they see, like, they can look over and see her sitting there. And then they just go back to work.
That's so
So,
cute.
yeah. So, anyway, she has become kind of notorious already. It took about 24 hours for word to spread that Miss Spicer has a guinea pig in her class. And students that are not even my kids have been coming to my room to kind of meet her and see her. And so there's like, they say that guinea pigs are super social and that she should have like more than an hour a day of social time. Well, she's definitely going to get that. So it's going to be good for her because we're not going to have more than one. I know that they're
hmm
social, but I don't feel like we're ready to have more than one guinea pig.
hmm
But if she comes with me to school every day, then she's going to get a lot of socializing and she's going to have a lot of, she's going to be handled a lot. So she's only 2 months old. So she's going to learn real
Oh.
young, to be held. And Since she's a baby, she's going to be used to being around people and everything. So it's been really, really fun. It's been a great like experience to get to know her, and she's super chill. And last night she sat in my lap for about 2 hours, and I just rubbed her for like the entire 2 hours. And
Aww.
about an hour in, she just kind of started purring.
Oh, that's the sweetest.
I know, she's so awesome. She is literally the calmest creature that lives in my home.
Oh, yeah,
I,
sounds like it. Yeah, you got a busy
yeah,
home.
yeah, things are very busy here. So anyway, it's been really fun. And we have signed up to bring home Peppermint again this weekend.
Ooh, will they get to
Yeah.
play together?
So we have a little like playpen that we got
Mm-hmm.
from Amazon. Of course, we got it from Amazon.
Of course, yeah.
And it folds up like real tiny, but then it like unfolds real big. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bring out the playpen so that Peppermint and Gingerbread can play together.
Oh, I love
Um,
that.
yeah, so that's gonna be fun. So yeah, that's like so she can be the Spice Chaos mascot,
Yes,
Gingerbread. We can like get her a little Spice Chaos t-shirt.
that's right. We can make some gifts.
Yeah, that would be so cute.
That will be the best.
So back to planners because
Black
back
back to
to planners
planners.
because that's what we're really. So today Mambi was like, "Hey guys, 25% off, and here's some mystery boxes." So I know that everybody wants to know how many mystery boxes will Caitlin order. All of
Stop it.
them.
No, I'm only gonna get two because I don't want any of those letters. I don't want the one with the letters. I don't want that. I'm gonna get one Christmas one and then there's a Brights one. That's what I'm getting.
Wait, there's a Christmas one?
There are two Christmas ones, in fact.
Really?
Yeah, the graphic showed that there was like a blue, like a navy blue background with like white stars for one of them, and then like a red, like more traditional Christmas.
Oh
So
man.
probably go in the red because I'm a big fan of like Santa and like the traditional Christmas, like the Grinch situation. So probably go in that one and Brights. That's where I'm going. What are you getting? Are you
Okay.
getting any?
I'm not. I'm not buying anything else.
Oh,
I
well, we'll see.
know.
We'll see about that
No.
when my YouTube video goes up.
No, I'm really not. I'm not buying anything else. Um, I am done until
What what about this
Planner
planner
Babe.
that you keep talking? Oh, yeah, I'm trying to not say it. I was gonna say, what about this planner that everybody keeps talking about? But what about
Um,
planner? Babe? Yeah, are you getting
I'm
hers?
done. Yeah, I'm done until She Who Will Not Be Named comes out.
Yes, could you please hurry up with that, Mrs. Fleming, please?
Yes, Steph, what is
Yes,
going on?
girl.
Is it real? Was it like photoshopped? Like what is going
That was
on?
a prank. She got us real good, and I'm literally gonna cry my face off because
Yeah,
I
because
need that.
I just realized the other day that I desperately need a brand new vertical planner.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what better planner to get than
Planner,
Planner Babe? So,
and it's pretty neutral. Like the layout is pretty neutral from what I saw.
yeah, I know. So it's time for her to
Need it.
reveal herself.
Come on.
I know. So, well, the mystery boxes look fun. And
Yeah, they do.
it's possible that I might end up with one.
Mm-hmm.
I sit here and say, oh no, I'm not going to get any. I'm going to be good.
No, you're not, girl.
But, you have to spend $100 with Mambi to get free shipping. Like, that is ludicrous.
Well, I mean, yes, I can see it from both ways. Like, I can see the business end of it. Like, of course, they want to encourage more people to spend $100, but I do miss the good old days when free shipping was free shipping.
It's just a lot. Like, I can't spend $100 this week. And,
Well, I could easily spend $100 every time I shop at Mambi. In
well, I
fact,
know,
I
but
usually
I just know I'm saying, like, I morally can't.
do. Your husband's gonna put you out if you do.
Right. It's going to be me and my planner cart, like, out on the curb. And my kids are going to be
with,
looking out the window, like, well,
with
there's
no bra
mommy.
and flops.
No bra, flip-flops, cardigan, walking to Food Lion, trying to get some chocolate.
Oh my God, but you can't because all of your money is in planners.
I know. I'm going to be out here, like, trying to sell my planner supplies to strangers. Like, hey, you want a sticker book? I'm just trying to get some chocolate.
The opposite of twerking for stickers.
Yes, exactly. For sure. Yeah,
Oh, yes, I can.
it's going to be super sad. And because it's started to take over like parts of our house that aren't in the planner room,
Yeah.
because the planner room is getting full. And that's why I'm saying, I'm going to have to start destashing. Like
Yeah.
I need to take a weekend where my husband like takes the kids away and it's just me at home and I can like legitimately like clean out and make piles and figure out
Right.
what's
Because
going
who are
on.
these people that clean when their kids are home? I literally tried that this weekend, and then my kids are like, "We're gonna cut up paper," and I was like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool."
that's my kid's favorite activity is cutting up paper.
I know, I freaking hate it. That and
I
glitter
know.
are the bane of my mother existence.
No, mine are not allowed near glitter. Never. Ever, ever, ever.
Oh my
Who
gosh,
are who are
and
these
garlic
kids
salt.
that get to go near glitter? Like what?
Seriously.
No. Mm-mm.
And my kids, for whatever reason, they get into the garlic salt. They love it. But then everything in the house smells like garlic. I'm like,
Garlic
stop.
salt?
I
Why are
don't
they
know.
allowed
I,
near garlic salt,
I
Caitlin?
know. Well, my one is 12. You'd think she'd be able to manage garlic salt. Like,
No, 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 that's terrible. Oh,
yeah, it was
I'm
bad.
so sorry for that. Like glitter and
Oh,
garlic salts all over my house.
yes. Hashtag glitter and garlic salt.
Yes, such a winning combo. That's what I craft with.
Yeah, they were from two different occasions. I realized that those don't go
No,
together, but
that's how you keep the vampires away.
and all of the boyfriends. That's why I let my 12-year-old eat garlic on the daily.
You keep her from having boyfriends because she's covered in glitter and garlic salt all the time. No one goes near her.
Good parenting, I'll tell you.
That goes in a book. You need to write a book, a parenting book.
Called glitter
Oh,
and garlic salt.
so anyway, do you want to bring us down?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to bring it down a little bit.
Well, October is a special month, and I want for you to tell us what's special about October.
Sure, yeah. So October is, if you didn't know, it's Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. And 1 in 4 women have experienced a miscarriage or a pregnancy loss or an infant loss. And then 1 in 100 women have actually experienced multiple miscarriages. Those numbers are pretty staggering. But I guess my thing is that not a lot of women talk about their experiences. I know that when I was going through it, and I'll share my story in just a little bit, I felt pretty isolated because
Hmm.
I don't know, there was several things that people would say to me and several things that, I felt like I couldn't share for different reasons. Like, just kind of get into it. I had a pregnancy loss about a year and a half ago, after we had seen a heartbeat at around like 7 weeks. And it was just really difficult. And I felt like a lot of people kind of minimized my grief around that because it was early or because it wasn't planned. It was a surprise baby to us. And I just felt like I couldn't really talk to people. My mom, I tried to talk to her once and she said, "Oh, we're still talking about that." And it just kind of cut me deep. So I think it's important to recognize Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month in October because so many of us women have gone through something like that.
It is staggering. The number is, and I think that you're right that people feel very alone.
Hmm.
Um, that 12-week mark that they always tell women, like, don't tell anybody that you're pregnant until you're 12 weeks because you don't want to have to tell people if you lose the baby.
Hmm.
I've never understood that. Like, I've never understood why is it such a secret?
Yeah,
Is it who is this, like, who are we trying to protect? Are we trying to
right.
protect other people so that they don't have to feel awkward?
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I know that when there's a death in someone's family, it's always kind of like, how do we talk to them?
Hmm.
Um, so is it are we protecting the general public? You know, when someone finds out that you're pregnant and everyone congratulates you, and then you have to say, well, we lost the baby. You know, who is it that when we were pregnant with Daniel, my oldest, we waited until the 12-week mark to tell people
Mhm.
that we were pregnant. But then in between Daniel and Hannah, we lost a baby.
Mhm.
And you know, I mean, I feel like that Andy announced that pregnancy on Instagram before. I mean, he announced the pregnancy that we lost really, really early. And
Mhm.
I don't remember feeling bad about having to tell people that we lost the baby, because like who are they to shame or judge? Or I mean, it was sad that we lost that baby, you know?
Totally.
Like what like whose business is it of theirs to say, well, y'all shouldn't have told?
Yeah. I think people get really uncomfortable with grief and not everyone
Yeah.
knows how to cope with it. And I think that it's kind of a weird place for a lot of people to go mentally because is it for everyone like grieving the loss of a life or like what are we grieving exactly? I think is what people have a hard time wrapping their heads around. I find especially people who haven't ever been pregnant because for me the minute I see two lines on a test, I'm like, yep, we're all in. I've already fallen in love. I already have like your entire life planned out. And I
Yeah.
think for me, then when you see that heartbeat, because the rate of loss after you see a heartbeat is so low, like it just doesn't become something that you really expect. And so to have to go through that, I really do feel like one of my kids died. And sometimes I wish that I had never seen a heartbeat so that I could mentally rationalize it a little bit more, like some people do, like they try to compartmentalize it, because even 2 years later, like I'm still full on like in grief mode some days, and like some days it'll really hit me and other days I'm fine. I think it really started to get kind of tough when we decided that like we're absolutely done with having kids, because I guess I feel like my body kind of failed me a little bit. Not a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't really have an opportunity now to like prove to myself that like I could do that again. So,
Yeah, like I totally get what you're saying, because after we lost the one between our two, I was kind of like, well, yeah, I mean, I'm still a woman. Like, just
mhm,
because I lost this baby and my body couldn't hold on to this one doesn't mean. And we did have another successful pregnancy after that.
mhm,
But, and you know, and the way I look at it now is that we wouldn't have Hannah if that pregnancy had made it to term. I mean, like, I
mhm,
know that, you know, there's a reason for why we lost that baby and everything. And I'm not going to say who in my life said this to me, but while I was miscarrying our second pregnancy, someone
mhm.
actually said to me, "What were your plans for childcare for a second baby?"
Oh, snap.
You
Wow.
know
Okay.
what I mean? Like, people say like the weirdest things, you know?
Yeah, they
Like
do.
almost to say like, isn't it kind of fortunate that you're losing this baby because you didn't
Mhm.
really have a plan in place? No
Yeah.
one knew that we were trying, because when we lost the second baby, we were trying to have a baby. Like, we got
Mhm.
pregnant on purpose. It
Right.
like we were trying to get pregnant. And it was like it was weird because I was going to the doctor every other day to have my blood drawn,
Mhm.
because you know those HCG levels like rise every 48 hours.
Mhm.
And when I was showing signs of miscarriage, they were like, "Well, we can't be 100% sure that you're miscarrying without seeing the levels of HCG actually start to go down."
Right.
So they were having me come into the office every other day, and every other day the levels were rising, like they were more than doubling. So we were like,
Mhm.
still, we had all this hope that, you know, maybe things were going to be okay. And then on like the fifth day or so, the fifth draw, it went down.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
eventually, you know, it just went down to zero. And it was just like, it just sucked so bad. I mean, I just remember feeling like, you know, and my doctor said, you know, you can get pregnant again super easy after a miscarriage. Like you're super
Yeah.
fertile after a miscarriage. And I just felt like I don't want to try again right now. Like I was still in the process of like getting over the fact that we weren't having this one.
Hmm.
I wanted that one.
Yeah, exactly. You like kind of mourn the plans and like I
Yeah.
definitely I definitely hear that and I remember like I didn't have any blood drawn or anything because I'd never had any like major fertility issues or whatever and again we had seen a heartbeat and that kind of thing so we thought we were good to go but I just remember like I saw the heartbeat on the screen. I saw like what was inside of my belly and then when I went back after everything happened to have that follow-up ultrasound and then you just see like nothing because if you've seen
Oh,
an ultrasound before you kind of know what to look for.
yeah.
It was just like okay, well, that really happened and now we have to like pick up the pieces and go forward and to have people say such awful things and I don't think that they realize it. I feel like they really are trying to come from a kind place, but to say things like, well, at least it was early. At least you didn't have a stillbirth at like 38 weeks. It's like, no, it's the same, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's
Yeah.
still so much grief there. And then it wasn't planned. Brian and I had a surprise situation. Um, but people were like, well, it wasn't planned. And we were having a hard time. And people were trying to rationalize, well, now it wasn't a great time. So at least it happened now. Just to say those kind of things, it's really hurtful. And I hope that people can kind of look at what they're saying to people who've gone through loss or grief or anything like that. And maybe instead of saying something, just be there. Just ask what they need or don't even ask. Like just show up with like a meal for them, send a card,
Yeah.
give them a hug. Like don't say any of those contrived things because it's really not. It's just not very helpful.
Yeah. My best friend brought wine and pizza.
Yep, exactly.
And she was just like, this sucks. Like, there's just no other way to say it. Like,
Hmm.
like, there's just no, like, this is just, there's a bad situation all around.
Yep. Mhm.
And, I still, and I don't want to say, like, well, things are better for me because we ended up having Hannah afterwards. And we know that, we wouldn't have Hannah if it wasn't for that and all this kind of
Mhm.
stuff. But we mourned the loss of that child in our own way. And my husband, he was so excited when we got that positive test, and he took a
Yeah.
picture of it and like posted it on Instagram. And when I started showing signs of miscarriage, like he almost didn't know like even how to talk to me.
Mhm.
And we forget like that there's a dad in the picture too, and that it's like
Totally.
it's not happening to their body, but it's happening to their family.
Mhm.
And we made plans like for our son to have a sibling and just like all this kind of stuff. And like I don't know, it's just there's just no way. I understand, I guess, why people are like, don't tell anybody until you're 12 weeks because then you don't have to tell people that you lost the baby. But
Mhm.
I mean, I told people when we lost the baby, like I actually put on Facebook, like, we lost a little Spicer today.
Yeah.
Because we had announced that, Andy had put it up. So
Right.
I had to say it. I mean, people kind of knew that we were about to, announce a pregnancy. And then one of the things that it did to me, one of the like the aftermath for me was that I never relaxed during my pregnancy with Hannah.
Mhm. I bet.
Like my pregnancy with her was really, really difficult because I was always worried. Even when, like you said, you saw a heartbeat. Like even when we saw a heartbeat, even when, we got to 18 weeks and we knew she was a girl and they were seeing all four chambers of the heart and the brain and
Mhm.
everything was normal and we got all the tests back and everything was totally fine. The entire pregnancy with her, I was terrified.
Mm.
And I
Yeah.
think that that affects the infant. I really do. Like, I think that, stress, when the mom is that stressed, like, I think that, the kind of baby that she ended up being definitely was reflected in the stress that I felt while I was pregnant with her because,
Mm.
she was, like I said, like I've said 100 times, like she was born angry.
Oh, no.
Like she's a very angry child, and in a good way. Like she's going to be an activist one day for sure.
Right.
And I think it's probably because I was so stressed out the entire time that I was pregnant, and that's because I lost one in between. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's so important, I think, this month especially to remember and to be aware of how we talk to moms that have lost pregnancies, and to look at these rainbow babies. I look at Hannah and remember that she's my rainbow baby. She's my baby that
Totally.
I got to have. And Caitlin, I think that you should have more babies.
Oh God, no. No way. I have got my hands full. I have 2 kids and I like 2.5 kids. I mean, my husband kind of counts, right?
Well, I know I always say that too, but I'm the worst one to tell people to have another baby, because I am like any of my friends that, like, anytime they're like, oh my God, my period's late, I'm like, yes, have a baby. And they're
Stop
like, no, you always tell me
it.
to have a baby
Okay.
and you're not the one that has to raise it. And I'm like, I don't care. I want to hold your baby.
Right? I'm like an old woman now. Like I can't have another baby.
You are not an old woman. You're so young. Have
Oh
another
my
baby,
gosh.
Caitlin. Do it. Do it.
No,
Do
no,
it.
I cannot. I like, here's the thing. Like Brian and I both work full time, and like to be outnumbered with kids or to try to have an infant, a preschooler, and a middle schooler, plus working full time and like plus everything I have going on the side, and Brian's got his side things, like it doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit into our life,
But,
unfortunately.
but
So
think about how much fun it would be for me.
yes, I will be your surrogate. How about that,
If
Lee?
no, if you had a baby, like, and then you could like totally go through the pregnancy on Spiced Chaos,
Oh my God,
and
no. And
we
then
could
I would just
like,
be so mean. I would be so mean. I wouldn't even talk to you during our podcast
oh my
session.
God, you would blame me. You would be like, you're why I'm pregnant.
Exactly. I'd be like, how dare you? You did this to me.
No, that's one of the reasons why Andy didn't want to have any more after Hannah, because I was such a bad pregnant person.
But I'm actually a really good pregnant person, to be honest. Like, I
Oh, well,
probably
that's
should have
nice.
more kids. I really like being pregnant, but like, then I don't like breastfeeding and like, I don't like not sleeping and not showering. Like, I don't like
Oh,
those things.
it's so gross after you
It is
have a
so
baby.
gross.
Like, there's just
And the
not.
6 week period, like, sorry if you have
Yes.
any male listeners, which we probably don't, but ugh, no, thank
It's
you.
the worst. Like, everything about it is just so horrible. No. But babies are so cute and fun.
Yeah,
It's funny because, like, when you're thinking about having a baby, and you're living in this now, but like, and so am I, but like, you don't think about when you're about to have a baby. You don't think about like when your child is 8.
exactly. And like that they're gonna like launch something across the house and break a window. Like, you don't think about that.
Yeah, you just don't think about that stuff. Or like the fact that, when it's picture day, it's going to cost you $90.
Like, why? Why is that a thing? How many
Yeah.
planners can I get for $90?
Yes, thank you. Think about all the sticker books that I could buy for the cost of 4 pictures of them.
Stop. Can I just bring my own camera? Like, just sit
When
up there.
really I could set them up in front of a tree outside of my house and take a better picture of them than what's going to be taken in front of that, like, green screen at school. I mean, seriously, it's just,
Oh,
oh, I just don't even. But yeah, I know people don't think about that kind of stuff when they're about to have a baby, but I'm always like, I am seriously always an advocate for have another baby. And people are like, Spice, you need to shut up.
well, and like people don't realize like how much your relationship as a couple changes when you have another baby. Like I feel like that has been a big adjustment for both of us each time we've had a kid. Like the first one rocks your marriage's world, at least it did for us. We were like, "Oh, okay, so we never see each other anymore. That's cool. We're basically
Yeah,
roommates now." And then the second one again adds like another dynamic. Like you have to split your time. You got to be like on defense, like one parent on one kid, one parent on the other. And it just, I feel like that, like I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to have to like
right.
readjust with my marriage again.
Yeah, and I feel like that, and listeners who have more than two,
Yeah.
weigh in, because I'm telling you, I feel like that third baby is the game changer, because you have
Right.
to get like a bigger car, a bigger house. I mean, like,
Multiple
Seriously.
car seats, all the
Yes.
diapers.
Oh my gosh. I just feel like that third baby is like the one that like changes everything
Right,
because
there's more of them than there are of you. Like, what do you do?
yeah, now you're outnumbered. And then you have the middle child situation.
Right.
And, I always thought about that. Like, how could I make Hannah a middle child? Like, she's already like super miserable as it is. Then to turn her into a middle child at the same time, she would just fall right through the cracks and just be the angriest person in the world. I just couldn't do it.
Oh
So,
man.
it's really good that I can't have any more, but no, I actually can't like physically have any more children.
Yeah, I'm
So
working on it so that Brian does. Like, if he doesn't go get his vasectomy, I swear I'm just gonna kick him in the balls. Like, maybe that'll work.
just an at-home vasectomy. Well, hey,
Yeah,
we're all about DIY around
that's
here. I
right. We're
mean,
really
that's
crunchy, right?
yeah,
Like,
we're super crafty. Like, just craft yourself a, plan a life you love. Just
that's yes. Oh man,
that's
show
that's
has
what we're all
taken a
about
turn.
here. So while Caitlin has been sitting here talking about a DIY vasectomy, Spice has been over here secretly thumbing through the Mamby website, trying to decide if she wants to order a mystery box.
Get one.
I currently have 2 in my cart.
Oh, you do?
I'm
Yes. Which ones are in your
trying
cart?
the same ones that you want, the Brights and the Christmas. I'm trying to decide if I want to like pull the trigger or not, but
Of course you do.
I just can't decide. Like I just told you guys that I wasn't going to order anything else and now here I go.
Well, here's the thing. You are going to make like a Christmas throw up planner anyways. Why don't you just get the Christmas one? Then you'll have extra fun things to put in there.
Yeah, I know, but like I feel really guilty that I'm over here talking about like vasectomies and pregnancy loss and I'm like secretly scrolling the Mamby website. Like what is wrong with me? Like
That's how we cope.
okay, you're right. It's very possible that like in talking about my own miscarriage that I'm like in I bet you $1,000,000 that in coping with my own miscarriage that in talking about it it prompted me to want to shop, Caitlin. I bet you that's what
Right.
happened.
I agree. Yeah, because you were dead set before that, but now we're
I
in like a more emotional place.
I know, and as soon as I start to get emotional, I'm like, let me get over to that Mamby website and buy planner stuff that I don't need. I just told you that my planner room is starting to get too full and I don't need any mystery boxes. I bet you that's what's going on.
But what if there's
Okay.
new stuff in that mystery box?
There's not going to be new stuff in the mystery box
How do you know?
because it's on clearance. It's going to be stuff that they've been trying to get rid of. It's going to be stuff that they're like trying to
How
get
do
rid
you
of. It's going to be
what
stuff I already have.
what Christmas stuff could they be trying to get rid of? That Christmas stuff sells like hotcakes.
Oh gosh, I know you're probably right.
I am right.
But anyway, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait like a day and see how I feel like tomorrow. And if I still feel like I want that stuff tomorrow, then maybe I'll order. And
Yeah,
if
because you know
not,
that they are pretty good with like their stock now, so it's not like they're gonna run out.
I know. And I've been thinking about like reviving the YouTube channel.
Yes. So you
Yes,
need some content.
I've been thinking about like going in my craft room and like really working on my recording area and turning it into like a very comfortable place for me so that I feel, like good about going in there and like really making videos again. So maybe this will be the beginning of Spiced Plans YouTube channel, my mystery boxes. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. So, Caitlin, aren't
Mm.
you aren't you just coming off like right now as this podcast is being released? Aren't you coming off of a planner meetup?
Yes. I have a planner
Yes.
meetup on Saturday. Super
Okay.
excited.
So I want to talk about planner meetups because I have never been to one.
Okay, let's do it.
So I want to ask you, what is that like? What is it like? Did you organize this meetup?
No, actually, so I'm part of the Oregon Planner Society. Super fancy.
Ooh,
Um,
that is fancy.
I
Oh
know,
my
right?
gosh.
And my bro, Sparkle Creations, is also in that group. And so I think she actually planned this one, maybe. but it's at like a cider house here in Portland. So we're going to
Oh
get our drink
my.
on. We're going to take our planners. Most of the time we just chill. Some of them that I've seen are like organized where they've got like activities for you to do, but ours are really just very chill.
Okay. Okay. So it's gonna be, it's not like at a Michael's where you're just gonna like sit around and plan, like you're actually gonna drink.
Yeah, those are the only ones that I go to. I don't really go to
Uh,
like they have the Michaels ones too for this group, but I'm like, I don't really know if that's my scene.
okay. Okay. I see. So it's gonna be at a cider house. That's very
Mhm.
cool. So,
Yep.
so what is it like? Do you bring all of your planner stuff and just spread out and plan together? Are you gonna do this week's spread there together with all the other ladies, or
I
what are
think
you
I'm
gonna
gonna do
do?
like the base of my spread and then bring my decorative stuff because I really hate just carrying stuff around. Like, I cannot deal with that. So I'm not like the suitcase hauling in person. um,
Okay.
So yeah, I'll just bring in some minimal things. So like I'll bring my planner because all of my planners are in one. I will sometimes bring
Yes.
de-stash stuff, so stuff I need to get rid of. And then I'll bring like, I don't know, typically I'll bring like one of the big Joanne sticker books and then like a couple of other ones. And then like pens and maybe scissors, maybe tape, just in case.
Okay, well, it sounds really fun. So it seems to
Yeah.
me like what I would want to do more than anything would be just to go and talk about planners.
Yes, that's exactly what we do. Or we talk about like any planner drama that we've seen, like
Oh,
what's
wow.
going on? What'd you see on the gram?
Yeah. Okay, okay. So is this the first meetup that you're gonna have since you started the podcast?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And funny story. So I didn't even know like that they were going to be listening to it, but the girl who is the admin on the Oregon Planner Society group, she found the podcast and like shouted us out in the group.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, let me pull that up and let me get her name. Maybe we can give her a reverse shout out.
Yeah. I would love that.
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh, that's the sweetest. That's
That
real
is
babe support
sweet,
babes."
for sure.
But I thought it was very sweet. And in our group, I think it's cool because a lot of us are like kind of entrepreneurs also. We're not just only in planning for hobbies. So a lot of people get it. Like there's some shop owners, there's some other folks who do like YouTube, and then like Sparkle was on the squad. She's in there too.
Oh, that's so fun. So the ones that are shop owners, do any of them like bring their stickers and share and stuff like
Sometimes,
that?
yeah.
Oh, that
Hmm.
would be so awesome. But anyway, well, that is so nice of her to have, given us a little shout out for the podcast in your group. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, I just
Sweet.
I really, really want to get to a planner meetup, and I'm hoping that one day I will. There is a North Carolina group,
Oh.
and I can't remember the name. I truly can't remember the name of the girl who um, always posts about the meetups, but they're not in Charlotte. They're like 3 hours away. And they've never been on a Saturday when I was available to drive 3 hours. So I've never been to
Yeah.
one of their meetups, and I really want to go. And the only other time that there was a meetup that was in Charlotte, I had to go to a funeral that day.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. But
So
aren't you going to like the biggest meetup in April?
so there's a couple of, all right, so yeah, we're obviously going to talk about Go Wild. So I am going to try to get to the Chicago Planners Conference, and I'm going to be at Go Wild in Anaheim. In
That's
fact,
right.
listeners, Caitlin and I have a fun plan, and I'm
Yeah, we
thinking
do.
that I'm going to fly my happy little body to Portland, and then she and I are going to drive from Portland to Anaheim together so that we can road trip.
Yay! I'm so excited
Yeah.
because I
Ooh,
was gonna
ooh.
drive because I hate flying and I want to have a car down there just in case because like you can't get anywhere in Anaheim without a car basically, and I don't want to have to rent one on top of Go Wild tickets and all the things.
No,
So
I think that that's an amazing idea. And you know what I think that we should do? Like
Hmm.
everybody that's listening to the podcast just heard me go ooh ooh like while you were talking, and now I'm gonna get a chance to say what my ooh ooh is.
What is
Okay, so
it?
here is what we should totally do. We should
What?
totally podcast on our way to
Yes.
go wild in the car
Heck yeah.
from Portland to Anaheim. Like we should actually, you know what we should do? We should make it like we should do a live, or we should do something. We should
Yeah,
do
I'm planning
something.
to vlog for sure. I'm going to be vlogging, so
Yes,
all the
we should do
shenanigans.
something Spice Chaos related, like while we are at Go Wild for sure. Like we have
Heck
got to
yeah.
be podcasting the entire time. I
Can
just
we
put
get
a
matching t-shirts?
yeah, like put a microphone on us and just podcast the whole week.
That's right.
Because I want to go to
I ain't
Disneyland.
going to get hugs from Stephanie Fleming. That's for sure.
It's gonna be awesome. And we will obviously talk about Go Wild like way more in between now and
Totally.
April, because we have so many months to wait and to plan. And I'm gonna try to cut back on the cookies in between now and then, because I really want to like fit on the airplane. Um,
Stop it right now. Stop it right now. If I fit on the airplane recently, you're going to be just fine.
oh wait, where did you go? Hawaii?
Yep, we were in Hawaii for a month, and then I was actually in Anaheim this last summer for a Avid conference. I was there
Oh,
for
that's
Summer
right.
Institute.
That's right. Okay, so back up just a second, ma'am.
Okay.
Did you just say that you were in Hawaii for a month?
Heck yeah, I did say that. We were on the Big Island for 18 days, and then we were on Maui for a week. So I guess it's a little under a month, but pretty close.
Whoa. So my
Yeah,
parents were
that was in
just,
May.
yeah, so my parents were just in Hawaii for 10 days, which I was like, wow, 10 days. That, like, my eyes were like bugging out of my head. But a month? What were you doing there
Yeah,
for a
and it was
month?
so the trip originally got scheduled because my sister-in-law, Brian's oldest sister, was getting married on Maui,
Hmm.
and Brian's grandfather graciously like paid for everybody's trip basically, like their airfare and everything. And so we're like, well, if you're already paying for a flight, like why don't we just extend our vacation? And so we went early before everyone else because we also wanted to see the Big Island. So then we ended up paying for like an island hopper to get from the Big Island to Maui. So that's what we did, and it was awesome. And we got to stay in like the jungle on the Big Island. So we stayed in like a screened in cabin with like no running water, like really roughing it. Like Brian got to pick that one. And
Oh
then
my.
we stayed in a cute little condo near the lava flows. And then we stayed in like a resort for Jen's wedding.
Oh wow. Well, that sounds like a dream trip. Now, I remember while you were in Hawaii, because you were pretty present. I mean, you were present on
Oh,
Instagram
yeah.
while you were in
I
Hawaii.
scheduled
Like,
videos for every day and
yeah,
posts.
I mean, I knew you were still around, but I knew that you were in
Hmm.
Hawaii. Um, and you and I were not like super close at that time, but I still like followed you and knew what you were doing, and was aware
Yeah.
that you were not on the mainland. Um,
Right.
but time moves so much faster for other people. So for me, it didn't seem like a whole month. Like I didn't put together that you were there for a whole month. So wow, that sounds like an awesome trip.
Yeah, it
Um,
was awesome. It
and
was a little long for me because I'm such a homebody, but
well, that is a long time, but your whole family was with you, right?
yes. Yeah.
Okay. And this was
Which is
summertime.
both a
So
blessing and a curse.
well, oh my gosh.
It
Well,
was
I mean,
it
there's no such thing as a vacation when you have children.
I I know. And I did it was cool because school wasn't out yet and my work is like super flexible, so I could still work even though I was on like a month-long vacation.
Oh, that's right. So you can just take your computer with you and like teach from Hawaii.
Exactly. Yep, we just had to have Wi-Fi and I was good to go.
Oh, wait a minute, Caitlin,
What's up?
do you work from home?
I do work from home. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
in case the listeners didn't know that Caitlin
Oh my
works from
gosh, yeah.
home.
I'm actually currently podcasting in a towel because I just got out of the shower.
Ooh, well, it's funny because I almost started this podcast today with my bra on. I know.
At least
and
you have that.
No. I'm sitting here and I'm like, why does this not feel right? Like I'm sitting here in my normal podcast spot. I've got my like window open where I can like see out my window so I can watch the nature and everything. And I'm like, something doesn't feel right. Like I'm uncomfortable, like I'm not feeling like myself. I've got my Red Bull here. Like I've got everything in place. I've got my notes and, everything that I need to make the show today. And then I realized that I still had my work bra on. And I
Oh
was
my,
like,
you have a work bra?
well, the bra that I wore to work today, like,
Oh, gotcha. I was like, do
y-
we have a work bra and like a casual bra, like a fancy bra? Like,
okay, so like, the one that I wore to work today. I mean, I'm not gonna
yeah,
put on like a different one later, but I'm
yeah,
just saying, like, the one that I had on all day long was still on. So
totally.
that was part of the problem. And once I realized what the problem was, that's when I was like, this is why I don't feel like my normal podcasty self. So,
Right,
all
exactly.
right.
Yes, I get it.
So, yes.
Gotcha. But
So
I
I
was just
took
visualizing like your nice bra, like the one, the one for work, like your work clothes, and then like your home one, you know?
Well,
You like
trust
clean it.
me, as a school teacher, no one sees my bra.
Yeah, I bet not.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter what kind I wear to work. This show has taken a strange turn
Yeah.
today.
I'm just being, I'm an weird bitch.
We've talked about vasectomies now. We've talked about special
Mhm.
bras. I mean, like it's definitely taken like a late night kind of turn.
Yeah,
Um,
that's right. We're still PG. I think we're still doing all right.
yeah, we're still totally PG. So, but anyway, but once I figured out like what it was that was going on with my body and why I wasn't
Mhm.
feeling up to par, I just took it off and I was like, yes, now I'm totally myself. I'm just flying free.
That's right. The best.
And so let's talk about one really fun thing that happened to me this week.
Okay, let's talk.
I chopped off like 14 inches of hair.
Crazy. And didn't you just get bangs recently? Like you're doing all the hair things right now.
Yeah, so I did get the bangs, and the bangs are starting to kind of grow, and I'm just gonna let them keep growing. Like I always kind of get like a wild notion and think I want bangs, so I'll have bangs cut, and then 2 weeks later I'm like, why? Why did I get these bangs? And
Right?
then so I'm kind of at that place right now where I'm kind of pinning them back. Like some days I'll leave them down, but most days I just kind of pin them back. Um, but I love the chop. I love that I chopped it off. It literally takes me 5 minutes in the morning to fix my hair.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, because I was seriously wearing it in a messy bun every single day. There was no
Oh.
reason to
Hmm.
have 2 feet of hair down my back. Like there was just no reason to own all of that hair. It was just it was a literal rat's nest. I mean, it was like, oh, it was crazy. So
Did
I
you
finally,
sell it or donate it or anything?
yes, it was like this big, huge ponytail.
Nice.
Yes. So anyway, and it was a very nice ponytail.
Perfect.
So anyway, but it's gone now, and I am sporting this like little bob, and it is super cute. And
Awesome.
well, I think it is. So I'm gonna go live sometime on Instagram this week, and everyone will get to see my like tiny little haircut. And
Ooh, I can't wait to see it. Actually, I've
yeah,
already
because
seen it because I saw
well,
your picture with your guinea pig.
I know, but I went live this past week on Instagram, and that was so much fun. So I'm totally gonna do it again.
Yeah, that was really fun to be in your live. That was a good time.
Yeah, I know, and I felt really good about it and had a good time, and I think I'm gonna do it again. So
Nice.
and it was a great way to spend my planning period because I was kind of like, what am I going to do with this time? Because I didn't have anything to do. And
Yeah.
then I was like, I'll go live. And it worked out so great. Um, so, real quick, guys, before we close out the show, we're going to do our currently stuff. We're only going to do one this week because we have a couple more shows coming up this month. So, we will get more in depth with our currentlies a little bit later in the month.
Mhm.
But what were we going to do, Caitlin?
We're gonna do listening. And didn't you have
Ooh.
something super fun that you wanted to share?
Yeah, so I'll go last.
Oh,
So
you'll
what
go
are
last. Okay.
so so what are you listening to? Are you listening to anything good?
So I'm listening to audiobooks and I'm actually like elbows deep in the influencer book that we were talking with Julie about last week. Uh,
Oh.
and I need to figure out how to get the underscore out of my Instagram name because it's driving me crazy now.
No, I don't understand. You know what? I'm not as far into that book, I don't think, as you
Hmm.
guys are, and I haven't gotten to that yet. So I don't know. I don't really
Yeah.
know what the problem is. Maybe you can tell me
I
when
think
you.
it's like a searchable situation, or like it makes it just not appear like read as easily or something. I'm not actually to
Okay.
that part yet, but I'll let you know.
Okay. All right. All right. So, well, that's cool. Are you listening to that on Audible?
Yep, always on Audible. Hashtag not
Okay.
sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored, but hashtag we would like to be.
Yeah, come on,
Um,
Audible. Come on over.
come
Come
on,
join
Audible, where are
us.
you? Um, well, that's cool. So, are you not listening to music right now then? No T
I
Swift?
mean, like a little bit, but I just haven't been in the car that much. So
So, when do you
that's
have the opportunity to listen to your audiobooks? Like during the day while you're working from home?
yeah, instead of YouTube, basically.
Oh, well, nice. Well, that's good because,
Yeah.
sometimes it's nice to take a break from YouTube so that you can like learn stuff.
Exactly. And so that you're not just like down a YouTube rabbit hole because I swear I can watch all of my subscriptions and then I'm like, wait, what is this weird video over here? And then I've just like fallen down into the YouTube weirdness.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time.
It's very easy to do.
It really is. It's very easy to do. And I find myself in my planning period doing that all the time. And sometimes I know, and sometimes I'll go into my friend Morgan's room
Uh-huh.
when she's on her planning period and I'm like, I caught you on the YouTube watching videos. And she's like, I know, I'm so glad you came in here because I'm like elbow deep into this YouTube world. And I'm just like, there you go. We are always like just finding the craziest stuff on YouTube. And my kids are the
So
same
true.
way. Like children are the same way. They love to just get all in that YouTube stuff.
And
So,
they're better at it than we are.
oh, they so are. My gosh, they are so much better at it than we are.
Yep. All
So,
right. Well, what are you listening to?
well, I am still, when I'm listening to music, I'm still listening to Taylor Swift.
Yes, of course.
I'm still enjoying her new album. But there's a new podcast.
Ooh, a
And
new podcast in the house.
yes, it's new. Like there's only one episode.
Oh, snap.
I know, it's so new and I am so excited about it. And
Mm-hmm.
like I'm so excited about it that I could pee and cry all at the same time. Like so I
That
listened to
sounds really messy, so don't.
the well, it's okay because I'll just clean it up because it's just
Okay.
so worth it. So I
Okay.
listened to the first episode yesterday and I was in tears like with joy.
Oh, yay.
Yes. So this podcast is called Office Ladies.
Ooh, I love that.
Yes, and it is hosted by Jenna Fisher
Ooh, very nice.
and Angela Kinsey.
Oh, should I know them? I feel like I don't know them.
Okay, so Jenna Fisher played Pam Beasley and Angela Kinsey
Oh,
played,
nice.
yes, okay, they are Pam and Angela from The Office.
Okay, I'm gonna have to start listening to that. Like,
And,
okay.
and they are going to break down every single episode of The Office.
Nice. That's
So they
awesome.
started their first episode, they started with the pilot.
Uh-huh.
And they talked about the pilot for an entire like 48 minutes.
Wow.
And it was so amazing and beautiful. And I just can't get enough. And I was so sad when it was over. And I went home and immediately watched the pilot again and like looked for all the things that they talked about. And it was so great. And right before the episode was over, they were like, okay, all you have to do to be ready for next week is watch episode 2.
Yes.
And
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm so there, you guys. I mean, they did such a beautiful job. It is such a great show. I'm so happy for them. They're best friends. And I just think that it is
I love that
so,
they're best friends. That's so cool.
oh my gosh, it is so great because, first of all, The Office is my favorite show. I
Nice.
mean, it's hands down my favorite show that's ever been on TV forever.
Yeah, it's a good one. It is definitely
And
up there for me.
I've watched it a million times. I mean, I know so much about it, and it's so funny because one of the things that they were saying while they were podcasting is they were saying a lot of you viewers probably know more about the show than we do because we haven't actually watched the show since we were on it.
Oh.
So they're doing like their first rewatch right
Oh,
now.
that's the best. I don't actually think I've done a full rewatch because Brian and I didn't watch it when it was on TV. We watched it after like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, recently.
Yeah.
So we haven't done a
Yeah.
rewatch, but I need to.
Well, I love that they were like, this is the first time that we've watched it since it was on TV.
Mm.
And, they're doing like, all right, it's time for a fast fact. And then they'll tell you like
Nice.
something like cool about the episode. And, they
Oh,
know the names of like all the actors and they call them by their first name.
oh, that is so cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to subscribe to that podcast.
Like they're like, well, and then Brian said, and they're talking about the guy who played
Oh,
Kevin. And like they have
nice.
all this information about Phyllis, and they have all this information about BJ Novak, the guy who played the temp.
So it's like
And
a rewatch with like insider information.
yes, but they
Oh,
don't actually play the episode where you can hear it.
sure.
They
Yeah.
just talk about it like scene for scene. Like
I love
um
it.
and they talk about the director and like the writers and how like it's one of the first shows where the actors on the show were like collaborative writers,
Hmm.
you know, that were working together with the other writers like while they were making the show, and that several of the actors on the show directed episodes. And
Oh, I
you know
love that.
so they're going to break it down like every week there's going to be another episode, and they're just going to go through all 9 seasons of the show.
Oh, that's fantastic. Can you say the name of the show again so that I can add it to my Spotify playlist?
Yes, it's called Office Ladies. Let me see if it's
Office Ladies.
Office Ladies.
Oh,
Um,
perfect.
and it's Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey.
Oh, that is amazing. Oh, I'm so
Hmm.
excited.
It's so good.
Okay, I'm
And
there.
I enjoyed the first episode just immensely. And
Yay.
I don't know why I didn't know that it was coming,
Hmm.
because I sent a screenshot of it to my husband with like confetti and emojis and all of this stuff. And he sends me back this, oh, you didn't know about that?
Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Well, I get to tell my husband about it now. I'm very
And I,
excited about that.
and I was like, you're telling me that you knew about this and you didn't say anything to me about it? Your wife, who is the ultimate Office fan, you just
That's
assumed
true.
that I knew. Never assume that I know about things.
And that man didn't get you chocolate the other day.
I know. And I'm like, my entire world is planners. Okay, I
Exactly.
don't know anything about what's happening in the world. I don't know anything about anything else except for the planner community.
Yes, I hear you.
So the fact that the only way that I found out about this podcast was
Hmm.
because someone in the planner community shared it in their stories.
Oh, yeah, for
And
sure.
I
Yeah.
wish that I remembered who that was so that I could shout her out right now, but I was so excited that I literally threw my phone down and ran around in a circle. And my students were like, what is happening to Miss Spicer right now? And I was like, there's an Office podcast.
And they're
Like,
like, okay.
no, a lot of them got excited too because I
Oh,
have a
good.
lot of students that love The Office.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so that is totally what I'm listening to, and I will be listening to that until the end of time.
Yes.
Um, so
Yay.
that can't be on my currently listening forever. Like I'm gonna have to write something else eventually, but as of right now, I will be listening to that every single week. And I don't know what day of the week. Let me see. It came out for the first time on the 16th, so it comes out every Wednesday.
Nice. Perfect.
And I don't know if that's like the same day of the week that The Office always came out, if that's
Mhm.
why they chose Wednesday, because I didn't watch The Office when it came on television.
Yeah, I don't know either because I didn't do
Mm-mm.
that either.
I did all of my Office watching when it was on Netflix.
Yeah,
And
same, exactly.
they're taking it off of Netflix at the end
Oh,
of this year.
okay, I better get a rewatch in then.
Yeah, there's going to be some network, one of those new streaming. Um, I want to say that it's going to be like HBO Plus, or I don't know the names of all the new ones. There's going to, because there's going to be like a whole bunch of new, or it's going to be Disney Now or HBO Now,
Yeah.
or,
Hmm.
all the new streaming services that are starting. in
Mm-hmm.
2020. It's going to be one of those. So
Oh.
whatever it is, I don't care if I have to pay $10 a month for it. Like
Yeah. Right.
I have to have it. Or I'm just going to have to buy them on DVD because the 15th anniversary is coming up. So I'm sure that they'll do
Yes.
like some kind of grand 15th anniversary box set, which I would love to own.
Oh,
So
that would be cool.
yeah, but anyway, well, we have gone on for a really long time, you guys, and I want to
Yep.
thank everyone that is still with us for listening.
Can I give one update before we leave?
Oh, of course.
I just ordered a Christmas mystery box and a Brights mystery box just now.
Oh my gosh. Are you telling me that while I was talking about The Office, you were ordering stuff from Mandy?
Yes.
You told me that you were going to wait.
Um, hashtag paper crack.
Well, I am going to make myself wait because I am trying not to
They're
emotionally
on
order
sale.
things.
They're on
What?
sale. They're on sale. They're on sale.
Wait, so how long are they going to be on sale?
I don't know how long that sale goes for. Hopefully it's on sale today when you guys are hearing the podcast.
Let me look at this email, Caitlin.
I know. Listen, I'm just stretching the show now.
No, she is. She's trying to stretch the show, and she's the worst influence ever. Like
Yes.
that's truly all that we do to each other. We are
Right.
just
Can you just say
dirty enablers.
hashtag influencer?
Hashtag influencer. That's right. But it's not the kind of influencer that we're trying to be. It's like influencing each other.
It was like an
To
additional 30% off or something because the on sale it's $38.99. And then I on top of that for two of them saved another $19.49. So for two boxes I only paid $66.44. I think that's
shut up.
yeah. Yeah, I'm not even playing. Like that seems really worth it to me.
Well, I guess you guys are going to have to stay tuned to the Spiced Plans YouTube channel to find out if Spiced Plans ordered any boxes because I don't know yet if I'm going to. Because I don't want to order boxes just because we were talking about infant loss. And I
Oh.
feel like right now that if I order a box that I won't know if it's because I really want them or if it's because we were having an emotional conversation.
Oh.
So yeah, well, I was shopping while we were having an emotional conversation. So
Yes.
I just have to wait and see how I feel because I know that when we finish this podcast, I'm going to go eat pizza, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to eat pizza because I'm hungry or because we were talking about emotional things.
Oh,
So
well, pizza is a good thing no matter what.
yeah, I'm obsessed with pizza. So,
Yeah, we should
but
probably
anyway,
let these poor folks go though.
yeah, but this has been a really, really fun episode. I always love it when it's just the two of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you, Caitlin.
Oh, I love you too.
So anyway, you guys, I hope that you have a great Monday and a great week.
Have a wonderful week and hashtag slay your day. I have all about the hashtags right now.
Hashtag too many hashtags.
It just gets like easy to say. It's like, oh, that's fun. Let's keep doing that.
Hashtag guinea pig life.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Oh, yes. Maybe hashtag hedgehog life, but that's for another show.
Ooh, hashtag see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, friend.